This interview is for information only and should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy shares in the company featured. Welcome to this Stockbox interview.
Joining us today is Paul Johnson, the CEO of Power Metal Resources. Hello, Paul. Welcome back onto Stockbox. Before we get on to the recent news yesterday, of course, from New Ballarat Gold Corporation, I have to ask you, of course, if you can share any updates whatsoever on the Malopo Farms drilling, which is, of course, the big focus for the company and investors' minds at the moment.
Hello, Mark. Yeah, we certainly can. We're sharing them actually all the time through our website and through our Twitter account alongside the regulatory RNS. 2 days ago, we announced that drilling had commenced at the Malopo Farms Complex project. It's only just over a month since we found the very, very large conductor T16 that we intersected with a drill hole in the 2020-21 drill program, where we got from 300 meters down hole, we got this nickel mineralization and nickel sulfides all the way to the bottom of this 600 meter hole and beyond, because it ended in mineralization. So it's been a very, very high pressure 4 weeks, in fairness. And the guys in the team in the UK and also in Botswana have done an incredible job. We're going down. The first two holes are targeting this very large conductor T16. They're going down. The target depth is 600 meters, 650. It will be done as efficiently as possible. We've pulled out today the first core pictures so that people can see that we're starting to fill up the core trays. There's going to come a point quite soon, of course, where we will have to go a little bit more carefully with regard to this type of material, and we may not be able to put out pictures of core when we get to target zone, that kind of thing. But people understand that, and as much as we can going forward, we'll be making updates to the market to let people know what's happening.
Okay, well, I certainly haven't missed those updates on social media there with the photographs there. And yes, it's nice to see that going on. Understand that you can't share images perhaps as you get closer to that target zone, but looking forward to keeping up with the developments there on the social media feeds from POW. Let me ask you, Paul, this question just before we move on from Malopo. What happens if this is disappointing, if it's a miss?
Actually, that's a great question, because that's one that is usually avoided in this type of interview. Well, POW, first of all, is very confident. You'd expect me to say that, but we are. The data that we're using is in the public domain. We've put out videos with Oliver Friesen, our exploration manager, taking everyone through the process. Quite technical, but you can see clearly what our theory is. So we're very confident at the moment with regard to this program. But this is not a drill and kill type program in any event. We will be gathering quite significant amounts of very important data as we go down and as we do these holes. So whatever we gather from this will be great and significant added value for our business. Of course, what we want is the other side of the coin, which is a major discovery or discoveries.
Yeah, okay. Well, on that flip side, then the other side, what happens if it's a significant hit?
Yeah, well, it will be an interesting experience. I've lived this, the concepts of discovery once before, whilst at Metal Tiger. We've talked about that before with the T3 copper discovery. My knowledge, information, confidence, excitement, and all the different categories, I would say, for this particular program are different and in many cases higher. But we'll see. I'm not a geologist. I'm not a geophysicist, but I can listen to people. I can measure their excitement and their interest. If this is a discovery, if it's a major discovery, it becomes the absolute focal point of our business. It will be dramatic in terms of the valuation of our company, and it will be very much a significant factor in us deciding how we take the rest of our business forward. Fortunately, almost everything we've done has been in a compartmentalized manner across all the different projects. They are generally in their own vehicles, corporate vehicles. They are generally having had the benefit of months or years of exploration and corporate development work. They're perfectly vendable. into either IPO vehicles or direct disposals. We've invested so heavily across our portfolio that we have this wide-ranging business from which we can extract considerable value. Now, call me an optimist in today's climate, but I think we're going to see a major junior resource sector revival and a significant revaluation in the value of resource projects, particularly those in good jurisdictions, in good secure status, so held in corporates that are up to date, with exploration work recently completed, properly compiled in data rooms. I think we're going to see a big increase in the valuation of those interests. So, major discovery Malopo, we sit back, we decide how to drive Malopo forward super fast, and we think about our business and what changes and adjustments we need to make going forward to reflect the fact that we've hit the first major discovery that we were seeking in the company.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you for that update, Paul. I'm sure there'll be lots more to follow in the coming weeks. But let's talk then about New Ballarat Gold Corporation, and I'm pleased to see that there is some news and some developments coming from that, because I know it's been a little bit quiet with updates regarding that side of the business. But of course, the Beringer project that you announced, the completion of the acquisition recently, and some of the highlights I picked up was, it seems like this is almost an easy win. You're talking about finalizing exploration plans. You're talking about the historical resource that was mined there, 293,000 ounces, and possibly processing gold at the nearby Ballarat gold mine. So, I mean, are we talking some near-term potential low-hanging fruit here?
Yeah, the resource exploration and development business, I've come to learn, isn't actually as hard as I used to think it was. If you are prepared as a company to invest materially significantly in the projects that you have, if you bring in the best projects that have the best development or discovery potential, you apply the best techniques, you're committed to not merely paying board salaries, but actually spending on the ground, then you can find things and push businesses forward very well. And if you look at the Beringer situation, I think the announcement yesterday for most junior resource companies of modest value would have been very significant and caused a major reaction to share price. Obviously, power is a much bigger beast. And I think sometimes the announcements we put out, people may think are not that significant or material just because of that. Anyway, we were delighted to get the transfer of the Beringer license over into Red Rock Australasia, which is the holding company in Australia for the project interest. The overall package in the Victoria Goldfields held by New Ballarat is significant, over 1,800 square kilometres of 14 granted licenses, about another 500 square kilometres under application. Importantly, across that footprint now, there are two former high-grade gold mines, Beringer and Ajax. If you have a look at our newsfeed in August, I think it was, we put out an announcement that articulated what our thoughts were for the remaining gold endowment at Ajax, and Beringer is a similar situation where they extracted hundreds of thousands of ounces of high-grade gold, and they left behind, we believe, quite a considerable gold endowment. So it's, for us, a development opportunity rather than pure exploration in that sense. Yes, there is a possibility of processing subject to agreements and approvals, all that kind of thing. And it could be well, it definitely is actually low-hanging fruit.
Okay, so as one drill program is well underway, of course, in Malopo, the Malopo Farms Complex project, you're busy planning another one in Australia.
Yeah, well, we're actually planning more than that, to be honest, across our business. The various parts of our company are signing up there to, contracts with drill contractors. We've put all this stuff out to market. We've articulated in RNS where we're looking to drill next. We really do have a modus operandi of doing as much preparatory work as fast as we possibly can, and then ultimately cracking on with the drilling. Now, I know quite a few of the other companies on the market are hiding away. And I know it's difficult times for companies that don't have access to capital. We have a strong situation. We raised a further just over £1 million a couple of weeks ago. And it's always nicely reassuring when you find, a £+ million cash credit go into the company's bank account. So we know we can push ahead with confidence. And that's what we intend to do. So there will be multiple drill programs across our business. That's what we're planning for. There will be multiple exploration programs, lots of corporate work. All that you have come as a shareholder to expect from Power Metal will continue. I don't really care what the market conditions are. We crack on.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Paul Johnson, CEO of Power Metal Resources.
Thanks very much.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programs at stockboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.